Today I messed up by putting my head in a fishbowl before my daughter was born. There's not really much backstory apart from the fact that my daughter was a breech baby and wouldn't turn. Due to various complications, we had opted for a planned C-section. The whole thing in general was just really bizarre, like you pick your kid's birthday just like that. Anyway, my wife and I tend to be goofy, fun-loving folk that's always up for a laugh. We do a lot of silly things together to make each other laugh. Though as with most men, I tend to meander into the dumber territory more often, as you will soon hear. On the day of the birth, just as we were about to leave to the hospital, I picked up this fishbowl-style lampshade we hadn't yet put up onto my head because we were boldly going where neither of us had gone before. I just saw it on my way to the door and didn't really think it through. So I immediately regretted this decision when my giant ears, nose, and hair ended up blocking my head in this thing and I couldn't get it off. We tried for a bit and my wife was understandably over it pretty quick because we were going to be late for a baby appointment. So I made the executive decision to not make the situation any more stressful than it should have been and to just drive to the hospital with this on my head and hope that someone at the hospital might have some idea what I should do. As you can imagine, the car ride was a real mixed bag of emotion for us all. We arrive, I do the walk of shame into the maternity yard with this bubble on my head, holding my wife's hand, and there's this older nurse who greeted us, and I could see her dinner plate eyes just screaming, "What the heck?" And my wife jokingly said, "Yup, I'm having his baby." To which literally all the midwives in the maternity ward that could see us walk up the corridor, just start howling with laughter, and whoever was not visible poked their heads around the corner to see this freaking spectacle. My wife was then ushered into a room where they monitored the baby and her. A nurse, who was this massive buff tattooed guy by the way, so imagine that, took me to another one of those inspection rooms and got the thing off with some sort of lube gel. Anyway, 4 hours later, we had a healthy baby and I got hazed by some of the older midwives. It was really good fun in the end, wouldn't recommend, but it definitely beats any other birth story I've heard and broke the ice with most of the staff.